Okay, today's lesson is a follow-up to yesterday's lesson. We're going to focus again on author's purpose and perspective, and we're going to specifically look at the article we've been studying this week on bullying. So the learning target is I can analyze a text for author's purpose and perspective. So let's have a quick review of what those two terms mean. Remember, author's purpose is why an author wrote a text, and we can remember that simply with PI. Most nonfiction is either persuasive or informative, to persuade or inform. Entertain is really more fiction books, like books and poems and movie scripts and plays, that sort of thing. And we did talk about how there's more than just pie. There's other ways that other reasons why authors write, and I gave you some other examples of that yesterday as well. And then we also need to review perspective. Remember, perspective is how an author feels about the topic they wrote about, okay? And sometimes teachers will call this tone. So I like to use my wheel of feels, and I have linked that into today's assignment so that you can use it as well, so that you can find just the right word that demonstrates the author's feelings about the topic for this article. So let's take a look at the assignment. So yours looks like this. And the first thing you're going to do, part A is where you're going to analyze the author's perspective. It says use the information from the article to answer the questions below. And then here I've linked the wheel of feels. So if you click on that, it'll take you straight to it. The question is, how does the author feel about bullying? And I want you to write that answer in a complete sentence. Pick just the right word to explain the author's perspective. And we, like I said, we'll call this tone sometimes too. Number 2 says, how do you know? Give 3 facts the author included for each perspective below that helped you answer the previous question. So the expert's perspective, how do you know that the author feels this way about bullying? Give me some examples that he included with the experts to demonstrate that perspective or that feeling. And then I want you to look in the bullies section and give 3 facts the author included to demonstrate his perspective from the bullies section. And then finally go to the targets section and find 3 examples that show the author's perspective or feelings about bullying from the targets section. And then underneath it, you're going to read each statement about bullying below and decide if it best represents the point of view of experts, bullies, or targets. Okay, so you're going to write it says write the correct point of view. You're either going to write experts, bullies, or targets in those yellow boxes. And then on the second slide, you're going to be analyzing the author's purpose. Remember, this is why the author wrote. So you decide what you think the main purpose is, and you can write that in the little yellow box up here. It's either persuade, entertain, inform, or explain. And then what is the author's purpose for including the upstander graphic in the article? Why do you think the author included that? What was the reason for that? The author's purpose. Number 6, what is the author's purpose for including perspectives of experts, bullies, and targets? Why do you think the author included all 3 of those? And then finally, what action do you think the author wants you to take after reading this article? Keep your response to 1 or 2 points. Include text evidence in your response. All right, those are the directions for this assignment. Go ahead and get started. Raise your hand if you have any questions, and I will come by to check in on you.